Are you tired of being the same person? Do you want to be successful but don't know how to get out of your old habits and start over? Did I tell you that the famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi knew how to remake things? You can too. This video will show you 7 strong steps that are based on Musashi's timeless wisdom and will help you get past your past, get past your doubts, and get the success you deserve. Step 1. Kill your past self. Killing your old self is one of the hardest but most important things you can do to start over. This doesn't mean you should erase your thoughts or lie about what you've been through. It means getting rid of the parts of yourself, your habits, and your limits that don't serve you anymore. Musashi's life shows us how important it is to be separate. He wrote in the Book of 5 Rings about how to grow. You have to let go of old habits and ties. Musashi didn't hold on to his past successes or mistakes. He saw each duel as a new challenge and every day as a chance to grow. To kill your past self, you have to be brutally honest. It means taking a good look at yourself and accepting the parts of yourself that are stopping you. Do you hold on to old ideas about who you are? Do you feel bad about things you did or guilt that makes you feel down? Are you making the same mistakes over and over because you don't want to change? It may feel like you're losing a piece of yourself during this process. It's like getting rid of an old shell to make room for new growth. Just like Musashi kept improving his swordsmanship by getting rid of techniques that didn't work, you need to get rid of old ways of thinking and acting that are holding you back. First, think of at least 3 things from your past that aren't helping you become the person you want to be. Then choose to kill those parts on purpose, either in a symbolic or real way. You could, for instance, quit a job that makes you unhappy, end a relationship that drains you, or change the story you tell yourself about your skills. Don't forget that killing your old self doesn't erase your foundation. It just frees you from the weight of not moving. It makes room for new ideas. Life is always changing, and the only way to really grow is to let go. This is what gave Musashi his unwavering spirit. Step 2. Steal from the best. No one gets great by themselves. Musashi's one of the best ways to win was to learn from everyone, even his enemies. He thought that skill wasn't just being completely original, but taking the best parts of many styles and putting them together in your own. When you want to change things about yourself, stealing from the best means studying people who have already done what you want to do. Keep an eye on their habits, way of thinking, plans, and abilities. Look at what they did well and what didn't work. Then take the parts that speak to you and change them to fit your own situation. You must study the ways of different schools and then choose what is best for you, Musashi wrote. This advice is just as useful now as it was hundreds of years ago. Immersing yourself in the best lessons speeds up your change, whether you want to do well in business, art, or personal growth. Find people who can help you, books, talks, or online groups where people share their best ideas. Make a journal or swipe file to write down ideas and things you learn. But be careful not to copy without thinking. The important thing is to take these lessons to heart and change them to fit your own skills and style. For instance, if you look up to a great business owner, study how they start their day, how they solve problems, and how they talk to people. Try adding these to your daily life and see what happens. Over time, you'll build up a special set of tools that will help you remake yourself. You can also learn from your mistakes and the mistakes of others when you steal from the best. Musashi himself looked over every duel, figuring out what went wrong and changing his tactics until he was unbeatable. He knew that if you're ready to look, every experience, good or bad, can teach you something. You can speed up your growth and escape starting from scratch if you stand on the shoulders of giants. Musashi's legacy tells us that achievement comes from always learning, and that the smartest way to move forward is to take in and change the best information around you. Step 3. Upgrade your circle. This is how you compare to the 5 people you spend the most time with. This saying says it all about how important your social circle is when you're trying to change yourself. Musashi knew this without saying it out loud. He looked for tough opponents, wise teachers, and different ways of thinking to make his mind and heart stronger. If you want to reinvent yourself and be successful, you need to surround yourself with people who support, excite, and push you. These aren't just cheerleaders. They're people who hold you responsible and push you out of your comfort zone. Take a look at your ties right now. Are the people around you helping you go up or holding you back? Friends, family, or coworkers who are toxic or negative can drain your energy and make you believe old, limiting beliefs. If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles, Musashi said. The things that hold you back are your enemy, and the person you want to become is your self. The people in your circle should help you win this fight. You should look for teachers who have been where you want to go. Join groups that have the same goals and values as you do. Take part in talks that make you think about what you believe. The right circle will give you both information and emotional strength. To improve your group, you also need to learn how to set limits with people who hold you back. Musashi sometimes went on adventures by himself because he knew that being with other people could make it hard for him to concentrate. To remake yourself, you have to let go of some things every once in a while. Building a strong circle is a planned act of strategy, just like how Musashi gets ready for war. The people you're around reflect and reinforce what you think and do. Today, pick one person who excites you and reach out to them. Meet up with other people, join an online community, or just talk to someone about something important. Your new group will help you become the best version of yourself and be successful over time. Step 4. Build in public. Making a new start is often seen as a personal journey. But one of the best ways to speed up your change is to build in public, which means being open about your progress, problems, and wins. Musashi was a great tactician who never tried to hide who he was. He knew how important image and power were. By telling everyone about your journey, you get support, hold yourself accountable, and get inspiration, all of which help you grow. When you build in public, you keep records of your work, how you learn, and how you change over time. You could do this by blogging, using social media, making videos or podcasts, or just having open and honest conversations with people in your neighborhood. When you tell your story, you break the idea that everything is great. To be successful, you have to keep going even when things go wrong and learn from your mistakes. Being open makes it possible to connect with people who are going through the same thing, building a strong network of support. Musashi had enemies who didn't think much of him or didn't understand him. Over time, he let his enemies know about his plans and skills, which helped him build an image that scared them. In the same way, working in public gives you a boost that moves you forward. People often don't share their change because they're afraid of being judged or failing. Musashi, on the other hand, tells us that waiting is bad for growth. Lack of faith can't stand up to the sword of action. First, talk about a small thing you did today. Write about a lesson you learned or a problem you solved. Watch as your weakness turns into your strength and your public building becomes a place where you can find inspiration and chances. Step 5. Master the pivot. Innovation doesn't happen in a straight line. It's more like a dance with change. To master the pivot, you need to learn how to quickly and calmly change your path when it's no longer working for you. Musashi was known for being able to change things. He would quickly change his strategy in duels to take advantage of his opponent's weakness. He knew that being rigid is bad for success and life. To master the turn, you need to be aware of your surroundings and honest with yourself about when you need to change direction. Holding on tight to a plan that isn't working wastes time and energy. To do a shift well, you need to be mentally and emotionally flexible. You should be ready to try new things and let go of ideas that don't work. For instance, if you started a business and the market changes, you should pivot by changing your goods or the people you're trying to reach. If a job path doesn't make you happy, look into related fields or learn new skills. Musashi's life was all about changing all the time. He didn't always fight the same way because he knew that people who can flow like water and hit like lightning are the ones who win. Learn to be self-aware and flexible to master the shift. Look over your goals and results often. What works? That's the question. What's not? In what ways can I improve? With this way of thinking, problems become chances. Step 6. Outwork your doubts. There is a lot of doubt when you are trying to change yourself. It tells you that you're not good enough, that you will fail, or that you should give up. Musashi had doubts many times, but he got past them by working hard all the time. When you work through your worries, you do things even when you don't feel ready or sure of yourself. Musashi thought that hard work and practice were more important than ability or inspiration on their own. See what you can't see with your eyes, he said. This means that doubt hides potential that is just ready to be seen and reached through hard work. Promise yourself every day to do more than your fears allow you to. Don't give up when fear tells you to. Do one more workout, step, or hour. Just keeping at it over and over again builds energy that shuts down the inner critic. Remember that Musashi's perfect record wasn't because he was perfect from the start. It was because he refused to stop getting better, even when things went wrong. You gain unwavering faith when you work through your doubts. You show yourself that you can handle your fears. This toughness becomes a key part of your ability to change yourself and achieve success. Step 7. Profit or learn. Finally, having the attitude of profit or learn is the last thing you need to do to change your life and be successful. No matter what happens, it's always either a win or a lesson. Musashi fully agreed with this idea. He thought deeply about what he could learn from each fight, whether he won or lost. Every experience became fuel for mastery because of this never-ending drive to grow. When you're trying to start over, think about every job, relationship, or challenge in this way. If you win, enjoy the gain, whether it's money, praise, or growth as a person. Don't think of failing as a loss. Instead, pull out the lesson that's hidden inside. This way of thinking gets rid of the fear of failing, which is often the biggest thing that stops people from starting over. You can take chances and come up with new ideas when you know that each step forward teaches you something useful. Do nothing that is useless, Musashi said. Profit or learn is about getting the most out of every situation. Write down what you learn and what you gain from everything you do in a journal. This thought helps you grow faster and keep your eye on the goal of progress. When you accept profit or learn, you turn the unpredictable process of reinvention into a strong, never-ending cycle of growth.